So what I did here is these rubbers were wore out, and they still technically are, but I slipped the poly pipe over the shaft that's bolted, welded to here, this shaft, slipped the rubber back on over the poly, and that built up that tolerance. And then I thought, well, I could either shorten the rubber to bring the taper, because they're tapered rubbers, in further, or I could just give them a big squeeze. So then I cut this piece off an old bearing, because it needed to be larger than the diameter of the shaft in the middle here, to actually push the rubber in further, to take all the slack up. And I can't move that without moving the patrol itself. So, only thing I might do later, I won't do it today, I might do it later if it moves, is just tack weld this in 2 or 3 spots. I might just do it in 2 spots to this original washer, so that when I replace it, this could last forever. It could last me out for the amount of work it's going to do. But yeah, then I could just grind the tack welds off and use the original washer again after a tidy up. But that's what I did. It's worked. Everything else under here looks like it's in good nick. The trailing arms are good. And these upper trailing arms seem to be good. I can't get any movement out of them. So, yeah. And this other end is fine. This other end of this panhard bar here is fine. So, yeah. It was a bit of a leak over the diff at some point, so I might just check the oils in the diff and whatever, but yeah, everything seems good under here, so now I just need to take it for a drive and work out if there's any more vibration-y, rubbery, metally, hitty, knocky sounds again that aren't related to shockers, because they actually seem to be alright. Well, the shockers mightn't be the best, but the rubbers aren't hammering out. So yeah. Yeah. She looks pretty good under here, so that's all we need to know. What I have found is that the bottom of the bump stop, which they all do, is broken off. Which is no big deal. It just means it'll have a bit more upward travel. But they all do that eventually. Ow, I just hit my head on something. Hit my head on that toe point. And that one's been broken off previously and already vibrated out. But that's alright, that gives you, what was that, probably, I don't know, 45mm of extra travel. And everything else under here, the front panhard's fine, drag link's fine, that torque dampener is fine, or whatever you want to call that. It stops you from torque steering a bit when you're in full drive. All the drop down links look fine, and all those rubbers back there's no movement in the front end. It's good when you drive it. And all the other links, I mean, these ones are getting a bit sad. This sway bar link rubber up here has got a crack in it, but it's actually not going to go anywhere. It's pretty good under here. Quite happy with it. Tie rods are all good, and all the diff seals look alright. That one should freewheel because it shouldn't be in full drive. Oh wait, no, it is in full drive. I drove it in full low, so I can't turn nothing. So yeah, good old bus. Now it just needs a winch. So a bit of heavy steel there, but I wouldn't mount it off of that. It's got to come off of the chassis. Always got a winch off the chassis. So that's something for when I've got more time. I actually did the clutch in this one, would have to be nearly 3 years ago, I reckon. So there's that. Anywho, it's not perfect. There's a few bits of rust in the roof on the other side, but they're not catastrophic yet. I'll fix that up. I'll bare metal that, put some steel in, and then tidy that up after harvest. Is the battery still on it? Yeah, it is. And just like that, it fires up. Oh yeah, dual battery kit, yeah. Front battery and back battery. So I actually whacked another battery in that I got that was gonna go flat, so I thought this would come out of the shed soon, and I'd drive it around a bit, and that would charge up that other battery a bit more and keep it good. So I wonder if I can turn that off. That's already gone off. Now it's on. That will be putting power back into the other battery, I'd say. And then that would only be whilst it's running, it would be charging it. Says you can't drain both of them. So yeah, it's not a mess. It's not. So that's good. Yeah, I'm happy with it. Time to go and do some other things though. Radio, out for now.